Next up, my friends, I have to admit, this is a little favoritism coming. Come on. The gentleman behind me was a student of mine at UWC, and he made good trouble in my lit class. Got people to talk and engage, and we ended up hanging out together for a long time because then he was a force in the English Honor Society I was an advisor to, and we ended up going to conventions all over the place together. And next to him is his husband, I better give your name, Dan Hardy, and his husband, Jason Bennett, and both of them ran for office in 2022 in extremely gerrymandered districts, and so we have to give them credit for just being out there when you know you don't have a chance. But thank you. They also were integral to establishing the Chippewa Valley LGBTQ Plus Community Center and in keeping it alive. So, and they're also foster parents. So, they are at the ground. They're doing the work right now.
Thank you, Gloria. I would not have this voice today without Gloria. She helped me realize that every voice is important. Every word you say makes a difference. And when you spew hate, you are a hater. And when you spew love, you show the world that you care. So I do want to mention that I am an Eau Claire native. Both Jason and I currently live in Chippewa Falls. He's wearing a Love Reproductive Freedom t-shirt. I'm wearing a lovely Together t-shirt in rainbow colors. And we're not wearing very warm clothes because you know what, Donald Trump, we're Wisconsinites and we can handle the cold. Because guess what, we're hot. We're mad. We're angry. We're here to resist. We are America and we are Americans. And I had a very strange opportunity because of COVID. I was able to become an election inspector in Chippewa Falls because a lot of people were afraid at that time. Because guess what? Guess who really messed up that situation? Mr. President! Do we care what's going on about people's health? Well, obviously not. Thousands of Americans died because of his failed leadership. And I will say that as somebody who is now a chief inspector in my city, I have never seen an election where something bad has happened. I've never seen a falsehood. I've never seen somebody illegally vote. So all that is bunk, of course, unless you win. Well, guess what, President Trump? Guess what happened in Wisconsin? We won! Speaking of another Republican president in a health crisis, as a gay man, I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and I will tell you that that Republican president caused thousands of unnecessary deaths from AIDS, and we lost what could have been the greatest generation of gay men. We lost an entire generation of gay men because of AIDS, because our president would not do what was necessary and seek help and give us what we needed. And right now, this president is doing the exact same thing. He is trying to erase every LGBTQIAPP2 spirit person from existence. Most recently, along with all the other cuts that have been going on, LGBTQ funding has also been erased. And you know what? They fired people who are working on AIDS research. I mean, come on! What is this? Well, what do you do about DEI? Do you think that's about gay people? No. Do you think that's about black and brown people? No. Do you think if that's about the white working class lady? Yes. Do you think it's about the veteran? Yes. It's about all of us. It's about equality and freedom and being able to access the work that we all need to do. Whether you're gay, black, disabled, veteran, a woman, whatever. We're all here in this together. We are all Americans. We, the people who are not uber rich, we are the taxpayers. We are the voters. They're trying to end practices that allow LGBTQ plus discrimination across the United States. They're trying to restrict access to health care and mental health care, especially for trans people, because God, they just can't leave their fucking hands off our bodies. I'm sorry, little kids, I'm sorry. I tend to swear when I get really excited. Hands off, hands off, hands off, hands off, hands off, hands off. So what's next? What's next for this administration? We're married. Jason and I have been together for over 20 years. And you know, we wanted to get married, and we could not do that in this country, so we went to Canada first. Because when you disrespect someone, they will find ways to make things happen. When you tell someone that they don't exist, because you don't want them to exist, you don't want them to persist, well, guess what? We will resist! We will resist! We are foster parents. Our kids rely on Medicaid for their health care. What happens when Medicaid is destroyed and gutted? Our kids go to public schools because we believe in our public schools. We went to public schools. They are so important for every American, and especially for people who can't afford their food. Some kids rely on school for their breakfast and their lunch. We cannot let these institutions be destroyed.
Yes.
So, and I know this has been said many times, but we are better together, and we need to make sure our voices are heard every day. If you have a senator, Johnson perhaps, who is bowing down before a golden toilet, well, when's the last time you gave him a call and said, hey, why aren't you protecting our rights? Why aren't you standing up for democracy? Why are you letting discrimination be afforded across the country through executive orders? That is not this country. Our country is a democracy, and we are Americans, and you need to listen to our voices because we are here. Do not be silent. Let your voices be heard. When you are going places, if you feel comfortable with, bring this flag. Gay people, transgender people, intersex people, bisexual people, pansexual people, gender fluid people, they all rely on your support to feel like they can exist in this world, in this climate, that Donald Trump and his cronies feel like they can just do whatever they want, because we know they can't, because we are here. So let them know, keep your hands off my freedom!
Thank you. I knew Dan would blow you away because discovered early on when he was talking to a group of students at a convention, and he decided to run for an office, that you give him a microphone and he goes to town. Yeah, yeah.